trying to learn the path of the streets, but look at me now. What's going on, family? What's going on, beautiful people, spiritual people, enlightened people, knowing people, conscious people, aware people, not allowing themselves to be indoctrinated by the matrix people. What about that? What's going on, guys? Just want to share a couple of things with y'all real quick, man. These times that we're in, some unique times that we're in right now. Even a rap star is suicidal. So much rock. I see a dead bird flying through a broken sky. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Sister Tashi, Sister Chakra Khan. All right. Sister Afro Astro Lady. Keen, I see your good sister Keen. All right, guys. Let me get right into it. It's been a long day. Been knocking out readings, guys, getting everybody spiritually hooked up. Tap in with the Lucky Libra. All right, great times to invest into your astrological makeup. Master classes, relationship master class, chart your destiny, unlocking your hidden gifts and talents master class. All of that is available right now, family. All right, link in bio. I just posted a video today. We're about to be in second house season, we're about to be in Taurus season. I just posted a video today talking about utilizing second house placements to get the bag right. And I want everybody to understand something when we talk about money and astrology, or whenever the volume a little low. This phone be tweaking, y'all. Check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. How he sounding? How he sounding now? Is the brother clear and concise? All right. Is the audioing? All right. Okay, that's way better. All right. All right, family. Shout out to all the beautiful, enlightened, aware, conscious, not allowing the matrix to indoctrinate their mentality spirits in the building, because those are the only type of spirits I attract, because my energy can only attract that. Because if you are indoctrinated, I'm too triggering of a brother to be around. Do you hear that one, family? Do you hear that one? All right, it's the hood pastor. It's the hood's pastor, the hood's guru, Saturn's favorite in the building. All right, family. So I just want to talk about a couple of things, but I was just saying, first off, it's been a long day, long week. But these naps been napping during these naps been napping during this eclipse week. I tell you that. All right, DNA is going through different shifts, so y'all make sure y'all are keeping a good work rest balance. I'm always having people tell me that, like from clients to friends, like, nigga, take a nap. All right, you're like, brother, sister, it's tough. There's work that got to be done. Dr. Umar voice. There's work that's got to be done, family. If you are not sending donations to the school, sister, I can't do nothing with you, sister. All right, send a donation. All right, I'm about to start walking like Dr. Umar in these streets. But, like I was saying, guys, masterclasses, relationship masterclass, chart your destiny masterclass, unlocking hidden talents and gifts in your natal chart and purpose, available right now. Tap in with the Lucky Libra and all that good stuff. Okay. Guys, we in some interesting times right now. I just want to speak about a couple of things to do my best to help keep the collective, the congregation in alignment. Excuse me, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. And first off, I was talking a little bit about the situation, and Sister Kiku in the building. Never taken this many naps in my life, and last year, man, them naps been I've been falling asleep on the laptop, waking up. Niggas be looking dumb as hell when they wake up from a nap. Get a little crust in my eye. That's how you know it's a good nap, fam. When you wake up like that. When you wake up not knowing what realm you in this mug, like, I'm still alive. It's Earth. Okay, no, this is Earth. This the crib. I'm straight in this mug. All right, Ashe, glory. Thank you for waking me up another day. All right, but yo, y'all be making me play too much. Damn, relax, y'all, chill. Y'all never let me be serious. Damn. All right. Now look, family. I was talking a lot about the very unfortunate situation. All right, with the astrologer. Once again, sending condolences, sending love, sending healing vibrations to everybody close to home in that situation. And I was a little passionate about the situation, which I'm gonna get into. But you still have to be sensitive dealing with talking about the deceased online. You have to understand who's close to home and who could get in front of these different posts and whatnot, how it affects them. When I used to play basketball, I wasn't a regular basketball player. Like, I was really known, and I had a situation where I had a transition in my family, and it was in the headlines. So I understand how it's uncomfortable dealing with situations like that, in front of the world. Okay, so I just want to make sure that, I send love and nothing but healing vibrations that way. But I do have to hover over this real quick, just to use as an example as to what's going on. Consciousness has been, elevating and shifting on multiple levels. And when it comes into the spiritual community, for those of y'all who don't know, there was an unfortunate situation. I believe her name is Mystic Lipstick. I might be wrong, but is an astrologer. I believe she was heavy on Twitter, and she transitioned, and it was something crazy, like throwing like she basically took some family members with her, so other people were affected. And she was having making alarming tweets before this situation. So it's a disturbing situation. And Janarian was good, family. And I want to point it out because the times that we're in right now, there's a lot of shifts being made. People are awakening on different levels. Consciousness in general is definitely making a lot of shifts. And people are waking up. People are waking up on different levels. And one thing about the spiritual community, the tarot community, the astrology community, anything dealing with divination, anybody dealing with the cosmos, anybody utilizing alternative forms of wellness to help heal people, that takes people away from the dependence on the system. All right. The media tried to say that her motive was astrology based and spiritually based, and that's exactly what I'm about to get towards. So there's when you're utilizing spirituality, it sucks power out of this system. All right. And media propaganda is at an all-time high right now, family. I was saying this coming into after the solar eclipse peak. I was like, guys, be careful as to anything that manifests. Be careful when it comes to anything going on in the headlines and media tabs, especially fear-mongering influences, because this is a time where you need to be very intentional about the things you want to create, birth, transform in your life, and the universe is spiritually encouraging you to do so. So if your intention and your moods and your mind is in the wrong places, you're subconsciously creating certain cycles in your life. And There's talks of Danielle being possessed. She was known to do Reiki. Is that her name, Danielle? Is that her name? Or that's somebody else? But we're leading up into the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, guys. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. Why are conjunctions powerful? Because put a 1 in the chat if you got conjunctions in your natal chart. Let's start there. Okay? And conjunctions are powerful because these are multiple planets playing out as a super planet, as one big force. All right, so they're able to help each other, empower each other, do things together. Okay, it's also important to understand the relationship of these planets, because all planets and signs have their natural relationships regardless of your alignment. No matter if you got planets in Aries or Libra, they're opposite, period. They're opposite. It's natural positioning. Okay, so they're naturally going to have that relationship. All right, Cancer and Gemini, they're neighbor signs. They're naturally going to have their neighbor relationship. It's the same thing with planets, guys. Same thing with planets. Venus and Mars, they're like opposite. Mercury and Jupiter, they're like opposite. Saturn towards the sun and the moon, that's like an opposite energy. So you can have a Saturn-Sun conjunction. That's still powerful as hell, but you need to understand the natural relationship between them energies. If you know the natural relationship, then that'll help you to have a spiritual self-check system to see when they're beefing. So for example, the sun deals with light, expression, awareness, appearance, self-identity, creation, birth, and attention. Saturn don't give a damn. Saturn don't give a willy-nilly about no goddamn attention. All right, Saturn's dealing with reality, structure, restriction, boundaries, order, law, discipline. Saturn looks at the ego as, the devil. It's like when you feed into your ego, that takes you away from reality. And that's the truth. When you're too lost in your ego, you'll be lost in this realm trying to understand why certain circumstances are not playing in your favor, but you too lost in the way you see things. You too lost into things dealing with your presentation, whether you're real vain, you're conceited, whether social media is inflating the ego and you're in a constant state of having to show yourself off or show your intelligence off or express yourself in a way where, it's not even from an enlightening awareness perspective. It's more so from, I just want people to hear me. I just want people to see me. A lot of the times it could be people that wasn't seen or heard in their home environment growing up, and now this is an outlet for anybody to just get on the camera and say whatever, do whatever. So what happens when somebody's able to build an actual following and have influence, and they have this type of mentality? That's very destructive. All right, but nonetheless, Saturn conjunct the sun. Whatever this person is creating, birthing, whatever their creative endeavors are, whatever they're trying to build and stabilize with self-development, oh boy, they can commit to it. This could be a journey they're able to sustain in a long-term sense. This person can evolve into a space where discipline could be at a sky-high point, to the point any type of influence that projects on their ability to not create, or negative energies, obstacles dealing with creation in their path, they have the durability to move through it. All right, these individuals, anything next to your sun in a conjunction is a gift about something you can see. You're gonna be a visionary when it comes into that planet. You have such a great awareness for it. You naturally express it. It's attached to your self-identity. So even when you express it, it's subconscious. You don't even know that you give this energy off. But if somebody got Sun conjunct Saturn, when they express themselves, we're gonna see stability. We're gonna see discipline. We're most likely gonna see a form of stoicism. They're gonna look like that they're unwavered in situations with, in turbulent situations and emotionally rattling situations. All right, there's going to be a sense of stability to their demeanor. They may bring you a calm with the way they express things. You might be emotionally turned up about something. Somebody with Sun conjunct Saturn come around, they'll help you have more of a realistic view of what you can control, and that may sober your emotions a bit. All right, just using that as an example. So we're leading up to the Uranus and Jupiter conjunction, family, and this is powerful because, once again, I said there's going to be a lot of influence for people to make spiritual financial shifts around this time. Uranus is dealing with gaining power, it's dealing with individuality. All right, it's a very spiritual planet. Okay, it loves to connect to the unknown. Okay, it's transformative. It's empowering. All right, it's a risk taker. Uranus is a risk taker. It rebels. It doesn't like being in alignment with what everybody else got going on. All right, shout out to all my Scorpio dominants in the building. Shout out to all my Aquarius dominants in the building. Shout out to all my Sun, Moon, conjunct Uranuses in the building. This is you right here. This is you. Ever since you was young, you felt uncomfortable being way too much in alignment with what everybody else got going on. And this is why you experience some form of outcast in your life. This is why, other people may feel triggered when you express yourself, because you always expressing yourself from an authentic space. All right. And this world is not built. This system is not built for you to walk in your authenticity. Get in line. Everything is dealing with us getting in line. Even when it comes into preschool and kindergarten, single files when we leave the classroom. All right, everything is a single file. Look at the jail and look at the prison infrastructure compared to education. There's so many of the same patterns. All right, so this infrastructure is built on you getting in line, staying in line, and don't you dare invest into your talents. Don't you dare invest into your gifts unless we could profit off of it. Unless we could profit off of it. Then go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead, dance, boy. Sing, do your rap song. All right. But with all of that being said, family, they're about to come together. Jupiter's about to get next to Uranus. Jupiter deal with expansion, exploration, knowledge, wisdom, your belief system, marketing, advertisement, entertainment. Okay. Higher learning, spirituality of all sorts, philosophy of all sorts. So what happens when a planet that deals with taking your power gets next to a planet that's always seeking knowledge and wisdom and is confident in its wisdom and is confident in order to explore and express things? You gotta understand, Jupiter. I always talk about Jupiter and the Jupiter ruled signs, Pisces and Sagittarius, being reckless signs, but it's because Jupiter is a sign that wants to explore and experience. So that's why they're the wisest signs, but it could come at a cost being very reckless in life at times, because life is always going to be your biggest teacher. I don't give a fuck with doctor degrees, master degrees you have, this, that, and the third. What type of experiences have challenged your character in life, and how have you grown from them? All right, there's a 60-year-old man somewhere, 70-year-old man, woman somewhere. They ain't got no degrees, but they got more wisdom than a motherfucker that probably been in school to the age 40. All right, just like my good sister, Stone Cold Sagittarian soul, no risk, no reward. All right. And your spirit loves risk. Keep that in mind. Your spirit loves risk in general. Your spirit wants to jump into new experiences that it knows it could fail at. It can make mistakes. But from a physical perspective, we're looking at that from a discouraging point of view. Spiritually, your spirit's like, boy, look at that. Look what we just experienced. Look what we just learned. Look what we just pushed ourselves towards doing. And it didn't go our way, and now we could come back at it again with a more empowered, ideology of how to do it. We evolving, all right? So you got to be able to read spirit, move with spirit, all right? And you get closer to spirit when you deal with a sense of detachment in your life. Now, Taurus, dealing with stability, structure, security, earning capacity, spending capacity, profits, everything dealing with financial institutions, your ability to make money, your value system. This is why this is going to be an important time, because there's going to be shifts in the system. All right. So some of you guys may have been tapped into the live earlier with me, Lotus, Umi, and Sharice. Y'all make sure y'all go tap into Sharice's page and check that out, because this is what we was talking about today. Me and Umi gave some influences for all signs about the rest of April, this eclipse energy and these influences, this conjunction through the houses. So hopefully y'all could tap into that. But for the most part, with all that being said, with all these different portals open up, we got solar eclipse portal, so it's a great time to put death to an old identity and birth a new one. All right, and then Mercury retrograde in Aries in a fire sign, so people's creative visions that they slept on in the past are coming back into play, and you're being spiritually reignited with a new creative endeavor. But it's not a new creative endeavor. It's something that you might have neglected in the past, or you didn't really pour into in the past, and it's coming back into play in y'all lives right now. And you're like, damn, I was good at fashion. I was good at that public speaking joint. I was good at networking in that space and selling products. I was good with this, that, and the third. depending on where you have Aries at in your chart. So I need y'all to make sure all these different creative endeavors and whatnot that y'all getting high off of, because the opportunity to deal with is coming back into your life. Jump on it. Okay, now make sure you're able to balance things and have capacity to uphold things with your current priorities and responsibilities. But it's happening for a lot of y'all right now. It's happening for a lot of y'all right now. Okay, so that brings me back to, you know, this astrologer that passed away. And like I was saying, guys, this was reported on Eyewitness News. So this was a big story. All right, it made it to Eyewitness News. Now, y'all ain't never see anything about astrology, mysticism, the occult, divination, spirituality on no goddamn Eyewitness News. Y'all ain't never seen that. But there's been obviously multiple events, extraordinary things going on in the spiritual community, all right, that could have always been highlighted on these platforms. But in a time right now where the veil is very thin, it's funny how they'll blast that situation, and, you know, all over is astrologer. So they just really trying to, you know, permeate into people's subconscious, you know, yeah, that shit negative, or they're not saying it, but attaching, you know, such a controversial, unfortunate situation to the fact that this stems from an astrologer. And then, you know, also bringing up, you know, the fact that she was making tweets about the solar eclipse and apocalypses. Now, what does that do when a gifted ass astrologer, a gifted ass tarot reader, a gifted ass psychic is making accurate predictions about something that happens that's crazy? What happens when they're letting you know, like, guys, this, that, and the third, I'm telling y'all, this is really not something that I think is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All the signs I needed to see. What happens? The collective is like, nah. Shout out to the good sister Shamia with that collection plate cash app thingy thing. You know, Pastor loves some plates now. All right, Ashe, glory's his name. I'ma praise him. I'ma praise that good man. Okay, so appreciate it, sister. So what happens? What happens? They're trying to suck the validity out of the spiritual community. All right, I believe there's a content creator, a tarot reader. Somebody sent me their page, Boots Tarot. And somebody sent me a post that he made talking about this. And he was really saying some of the same things I was saying in my story yesterday, of how this is a situation, you know, to take validity out of the spiritual community, but more so specifically because they can't control it. They can't control it. The people that don't want you to evolve spiritually, the people that have constructed our calendar, the people that constructed this English language full of different spells, the people that's engineering your you know, manipulating your weather, the people that are shadow banning your spiritual posts, you know, these people, they can't control consciousness. That is something they can't control. You can control all these man-made things as much as possible. You could try to manipulate nature as much as possible, which is very bad karma for your spiritual lineage in general, right? Because you just want now you're just getting in God's way. You're getting in God's way, so your ego is out of control. But that's a whole nother concept. But you have to understand, like, these niggas don't want y'all to tap into y'all gifts, family. They don't want y'all to feel empowered around this time. They want y'all to look to them for answers, guys, especially with it being election time and everything. And when you're just looking at it from a transit perspective, the moon passed Uranus. All right, the moon passed Uranus yesterday, and Jupiter yesterday in Taurus. All right, now Uranus is, when you look at Uranus, like I said, Uranus has an ability to channel. Uranus has the ability to channel, so that's why a lot of y'all with like strong Aquarius placements, strong Scorpio placements, especially Cancer risings, because they got Aquarius in the 8th house. People with the moon aligning with Uranus, Uranus in the 12th house, Uranus in the 11th house, Uranus aligning with Mercury in some type of shape or form. A lot of these people have strong mediumship influences. All right. And these people could be very connected to things dealing with, being able to channel messages from from not just like ancestors or whatnot, but just from other spiritual spaces, other spaces in general. So that's why this person may excel with tarot. That's why this person may excel with some form of psychic readings. All right. Uranus is dealing with media propaganda, though. It's dealing with propaganda. So when you have this ability to utilize a transit like this, with the moon dealing with activating things with our emotional, mental well-being, and making us all engaged about what's going on in reality, Taurus, and you see the moon passing Uranus around this time, they'll use this type of transit to channel a certain message into the collective from a power and controlling perspective, guys. So I just want y'all to be aware. And then we wake up today to the moon in Gemini. What was the moon harmonizing with today? Pluto. Through air signs. So being able to stir up fear-mongering influences, more media propaganda. Pluto has an influence on propaganda as well. Conspiracy-like influences and whatnot. Them two being very huge spiritual planets. All right. And planets are like spiritual in general. But, those planets are going to have strong influences on, connecting to different forms of ancestry, spiritual families, channeling, clairvoyance, psychic abilities when you're dealing with like Pluto and Uranus. All right. Some of you guys may have experienced some of this energy on a mild level in your personal relationships. Maybe these past 2 days you realize you can't relate things about spirituality or things going on behind the scenes in the world, to your loved ones or your friends. Are you starting to understand that some more? You possibly starting to feel a bit more outcasted from a spiritual space, and it feels uncomfortable to have to, dumb down your belief systems, dumb down your spiritual authenticity in order to feel relatable around people in some type of shape or form with your loved ones. Not just big media, social media, including spiritualists using the situation as a way to scare people. Right. So, yes, this conjunction has a lot to do with people about to be, especially people that's been like grinding. You've been like taking risks and making sacrifices and investing your money and your time into building a business, a brand, especially for something dealing with spirituality, something dealing with a tool, a gift or creative attribute that you have that you believe you can use to really build stability and security and shift your life from a career perspective, from a stability, security perspective. There's going to be a lot of breakthroughs for these people around these times. And there's going to be an incentive for people that don't like, they're not satisfied or comfortable with their situation, or how they make money, deal with finances, deal with stability, security, and career, to take that risk, to invest in the what if I go about teaching this? What if I show this creative endeavor? What if I put a plan towards this and, pour my value into it because I feel like it's some value I could give off to the world. So let me show God and universe that I truly do value it. Some of us be having passions, but we not all the way passionate about it. You got a passion for that. It's a little mild flame, but you got to turn that flame up. You got to get active with it. You believe in that, but it's a little mild belief. You got to jump out the window, jump off the cliff to show me you really believe. So this energy is pushing us to go ahead and take that risk. Go ahead and make that jump with something that we believe we have value with. But I just know there's going to be a lot of influences going on, like situations like this that could paint things dealing with spirituality, especially things dealing with technology, in a negative light. So you start your YouTube channel, you start your online brand, you start making your audio books, you start investing into some creative attribute that you're utilizing, social media. Jen Ish, what's going on, good sister? You start using these platforms in some type of shape form to circulate your talents, your gifts, your awareness. You might have your close friends, co-workers, associates. You come to work, people like, yeah, I saw you on IG messing with them cards. Don't tell me you into that ish. Don't tell me you into that. So y'all got to be careful for things like that, because I believe there's going to be like there's already spiritual warfare going on. People talking about the apocalypse. Man, this matrix been an apocalypse. we've been dealing with niggas that's half dead, drinking blood, trying to extend their lifespan, and niggas doing all different type of crazy rituals and all that. This world been ran by some crazy ass niggas for a long time. This shit been an apocalypse. I see half dead niggas outside all the time. I see niggas with a low ass frequency vibration all the fucking time. I see zombies outside all the time. Niggas with no life out of them. The Matrix done sucked the life out of you in some type of shape or form. Niggas just waiting. The body just hanging on for dear life. Alright, so we been in an apocalypse. Alright, family. So, I need all my spiritualists, my tarot readers, my apprentice astrologers, my creatives in general, people, my entrepreneurs that are trying to encourage other people to utilize the alternative resources we have to build their brands and their business. I need y'all to be spiritually strong around this time. Y'all gonna have to be spiritually strong around this time. You're gonna have to be open towards relationships transforming. You're gonna have to be open towards, being more confident, walking in your spiritual authenticity. Alright, it's a nice little phrase right there, your spiritual authenticity. I can put that on a shirt. Okay, but that's real spill around this time. Y'all have to make sure y'all don't allow influences around you, and it's most likely going to be in the houses that you have Taurus in. So if you have Taurus in the fire house, first, fifth, ninth house, these are earth risings. This is going to be surrounding things dealing with your expression of your beliefs, things dealing with your creative endeavors, things dealing with your appearance in some type of shape or form. If you have Jupiter and Uranus in earth houses, this would be the second. Taurus in earth houses, this would be the second, 6th and 10th house. These things could be surrounding certain associates, co-workers, people in the workspace, people that you're project building with. If you have earth signs in the if you have Taurus in the air houses, this could be 3rd, 7th, and 11th house. This could be relationship activity of all sorts. It could be relationships close to home, close friends. It could be, it might be your partner looking at you a little funny, money, this, that, and the third. I was just talking to somebody not too long ago, and they was telling me, like, she's a whole witch. She a whole witch. And I be pushing her, too. She be, like, not trying to get into it, but she a witch. And I'll be like, yo, you be playing. And she tell me how she was dating somebody that wasn't really into that. Y'all shouldn't, come on, y'all. Y'all playing yourselves. How you a whole witch? How you a whole astrologer? How you a whole spiritualist? And you think you finna be dating somebody? This is one thing. Ain't nobody saying you gotta change them. They gotta be an astrologer now. They gotta get into witchcraft. But you telling me that you think you're gonna sustain a healthy influence of somebody that looks at your belief system funny money? So it's really not that much love or attraction that could make that a comfortable thing where you have to you have to walk on eggshells with your belief system. That's crazy. That's nuts. I used to think that I could deal with a chick that's not into spirituality, and it's like, I used to be so confident, all in my ego, like, oh, there's no worries if she ain't into it. I get her into it. I teach her. The student gotta want to learn. You can't force somebody to be a student. Alright? You will only attract students in your life. Good sister Sharice in the building. That's a good sister, knowing sister, productive, gifted sister right there. Like I said, make sure y'all tap onto her page in general so y'all could catch y'all some gems and some inspiration. Alright? But check out our earlier live with some of the things that I'm hovering over right now. I used to be all up in my ego, family. I used to be all up in my ego, like, yeah, she not into astrology, spirituality, the occult. It's all good. I'm gonna put her on. No, hell no, hell no. It's like trying to give a dog a bath. You crazy? All right. So this is why you have to walk in your beliefs so you could create your tribe. And sometimes for a lot of us that's a real big jump to make, depending on our family upbringing, depending on our social circle. Some of you guys may have a lot of close friends and family all on your Facebook, this, that, and the third. So once you mention something, do something, the whole world gonna start looking at you crazy. So that's why, especially for my spiritualists out there and people that's serious about dealing with spirituality, from a teaching perspective, don't play yourself and try to do it on the same page that you got all these people on. Make a new community, make a new platform, so you don't have to deal with the stress of trying to filter things out, you posting things, and then ain't nobody commenting saying nothing crazy, but you feel it. You feel it. That's uncomfortable. Make your own community, your own platform, so you know when you push your energies out, you know everybody that taps in with you is tapping in with you because they're on your frequency vibration. You ain't got to question nothing. You ain't got to question the people in your lives. You ain't got to question the people in your DMs. You know why they're there. Okay? So I just need y'all to understand that, because I just know there's going to be like some enhanced form of spiritual warfare going on with people trying to project on people that's willing to take a risk. People getting projected on just walking in their belief systems. Like I said, guys, don't play yourself and be too much in an ego, because you know something about human beings. We think we could change people in relationships. A lot of us, put a 1 in the chat if you've been there before, family. Don't make your good pastor feel like he the only one with this personal testimony. We all felt like we could change a mug. Just because you so fascinated with the stars, sometimes you be, especially me, I'm a Libra, I be thinking Libra is one of our superpowers, being cardinal heirs, that we be knowing other people better than we know ourselves. So this is why we have strong Libra placements, especially if you're a Libra sun though. This is why when you have to make a big decision in your life, you feel comfortable asking your best friend, asking your close friend, like, yo, what should I do? You know they may be more sane about some shit, and you trust their decision making for something in your life. Like a lot of Libras, we could do that, all right? But once we get to be around people long enough, we just know their mentalities. You could be around, you could be in a social space, and you could have a couple of friends or whatnot, and you could just see things about to manifest sometimes based off of how good you know somebody if you're a Libra. So you got a friend, and you got another friend. They don't really know each other. They're mutual friends through you. But you know things that trigger them. One friend says something, you already know, like, mind you, you got other friends that know all of them too, but you just know what they just said is going to affect them that way, and you're like, oh, I know she about to react that way, I know he about to react that way. So it'd be crazy. We all got different gifts just based off our like modality and our element. So Libras could already relate to that, and that's part of, it's like all of our gifts come with curses too. That's a whole nother thing too. So yeah, that could be a gift. You know people better than they know themselves. This is why we're able to be the ones that could lead a lot of things with relationship activity into a positive space, especially if we're dealing with positive values, honesty, transparency, because we most likely are able to read your moods, understand things about your love language, understand things about your communication method, and we could understand how to align with that, you know, how to make sure we could get comfortable with it, but make sure we, you know, you're pleased with how you like to relate at the same time. All right, but once again, that's a Libra being in their positive vibe, because we could all use our gifts to manipulate. But with that being said, guys, I need y'all to make sure y'all walking in y'all authenticity and not play yourselves. All right. Just like during the pandemic, when there was situations that people had to compromise things with their beliefs because of stability and security, I don't know exactly what type of format that type of situation could replay in, but I kind of see things like that manifesting around this time. I don't know if it's going to be things in relation to the election, most likely, because election time always has some BS going on. I see this conjunction happening, and Uranus deals with freedom, but it's also power and controlling. Jupiter's free as a mug. So with these energies coming together, and then Jupiter eventually moving into Gemini, which is a sign that's dealing with movement, I don't know if something's going to be established around this time where some form of censorship or whatnot, some form of limitation on our communication, on our relatability in some type of way, something going on with the internet where they try to censor things on the internet, but you know, there's too many entities involved with things dealing with the internet and technology in general anyways, for one government to think they finna shut some ish down. Did they shut TikTok? Somebody put me on. Did they shut TikTok down? What was the rumor that they was going to shut it down in America or in another place in China? Like, what was that? Somebody enlighten me as to what the rumor was and if it happened. What were they saying? They was going to shut TikTok down where? And did they do it? Did they even do it? So that's why I bring it up. Thank you, Royal Goddess for Life. That's exactly why I'm trying to bring it up. They'll say things like, yeah, TikTok, it don't make no sense to go build your brand on TikTok. It don't make no sense to do this, that, and the third. They finna shut it down anyways. They finna ban it. I've been hearing that for how long? I've been hearing that for how long now? And I thought it got real serious in the past couple of weeks. I'm like, oh, damn, they serious about it? And look, it's still here. It's still here. So understand that, family. Technology, your ability to take your message, your creative abilities, your talents, and connect it into the masses. This is a beautiful time, but you have to be able to take advantage of these resources, and you have to make sure how you filter these resources, because there's a polarity to it now. You have the ability to push out, but we're also receiving, though. We have timelines. You have to be very conscious about what y'all paying attention to. Ladies, y'all have to be very conscious of what y'all paying attention to, ladies. You have to be very conscious of what y'all paying attention to. The powers that be feel like they could play fear tactics on y'all better than the men at times. And y'all being the subconscious of this realm, we need y'all to be spiritually in tune right now. We need y'all to be spiritually in tune like a mug, okay? So I need y'all to stay spiritually protected, ladies. Make sure y'all having good self-check systems when it comes into understanding if your behavior, if your expression, if your appearance is translating into something that's uncomfortable and that's not really you for whatever reason, based off the music you listen to, what's going on in your timeline, the shows you're paying attention to. Please, ladies, please, and I say this in the most balanced, sensitive, fair, y'all know me, I'm for the church, all right? I'm for everybody, all right? If you're black, you're white, you're yellow. If you're a real dark-skinned brother, you're damn near purple. Yeah, I'm for everybody, okay? Like Sister Jenner said, I had to cut the Diddy shit off and go to the content that fuels me instead. Right? We have to constantly filter our timelines. Look, watch this, guys. Watch this. Look, watch this. Watch this. Open up my Instagram. What's the first? Look at my Instagram. What do y'all see? What's the first things that pop up? Look at this. Look at this, family. Look at this. Look at this. Now, y'all know I'm practicing abstaining, disciplining myself. I advocate for, self-discipline on different levels. All right. I ain't a perfect man. All right. I'm just a common man. Shout out to that good brother, David Ruffin. That's a good song right there. Just a common man. Would you love me if I was just a common man? But look at that, family. All right. Refresh it. Refresh your Explore page. Refresh it. Like, come on. Like, come on. This is why. Like, this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. So from a men's perspective, niggas can't raise out of their lower chakras. Niggas can't raise out of their niggas is not interested at all with trying to raise their sexual energy into any higher chakras. Niggas can't even get it to the heart chakra, like, let alone the crown. Nigga can't even get it to the solar plexus chakra. So you can't even do anything with creation and birth energy. Everything's down there. Now all chakras is needed. That sexual energy is needed. Sexual energy supports creation. Well, how would we reproduce without it? All right. How would you have a burning desire, passion to do something in your gut if we have them lower chakras? But you can't keep it there, family. You got to have different ways of raising that energy, moving that energy around. Let it stimulate the rest of your body. Let it get up and down that spinal cord. So what does this is destructive on both of us, family. It's destructive on both of us. Men losing their masculinity because they just draining themselves in whatever type of ways. Whether they addicted to masturbation, they addicted to porn. Every other day I'm hearing another woman telling me how they catching their man, their nigga. Is he got all type of porn in his phone, bro? This the age we live in. It's too accessible. I really pray for the youth. When I was young, I didn't have access to just pick up my phone and see things like that. Y'all know we old school, y'all. We gotta find that magazine in the house. Ooh, my pops left the Nigga gotta put the Playboy magazine back the right way. Make sure ain't no suspicion. It was different. It was different back then. All right. So they're attacking our masculinity, our ability to lead, because it's just the generation of men is just weak. It's getting weaker now. It's getting weaker. None of us know how to build some shit. Don't know men know how to look at somebody in their fucking eyes, have a firm handshake, look somebody in the eyes, express themselves how they mean some shit, say some shit how they mean some shit. I made a comment about what's going on with the astrologer that passed. Basically saying this has nothing to do with the eclipse or astrology. This is an inability to balance, one's form of spirituality with reality and whatever illusions they were in. And unfortunately, it impacted others, sent love to their family. I knew the projectors was going to come out. I got other niggas that don't know me from a hole in the wall talking about, oh, you should give up what's a professional astrologer? I know you broke. I could feel a nigga spirit from the screen. I could feel a nigga spirit from the screen. I could feel the little dick insecure projecting energy from the screen. All right. So no man would ever stand next to me in real life and look me in my eyes and talk to me like that. And these niggas that was making these comments, they don't even got post on their page. Ain't no picture there. You can't even show yourself on your real page. You can't even walk in your appearance in your own page. I get on the camera every day and speak my mind fucking freely, and I don't care who joins or who leaves. All right, I can stand in my shit as a man. All right, and I'm far from broke. That's another thing too. But it's materialism. I don't got a motherfucking flaunt about that or get into a debate about that. Okay, so it's just showing you how these different projectors will come from all different angles. Weak ass men with weak ass mentalities. You feel me? That's why I got women complaining all over the place with the men that they dealing with, because niggas don't be having no backbone. All right. And then ladies, y'all just have to be careful, feeling like y'all have to kind of align with the ways of you see other, examples of whatever being projected on y'all timelines, whatever it is. You have to be careful around this time, family. All right. Because the thing is, with all this Uranus energy, is going to be called liberating. It's going to be called empowering. So that's where things get a little blind. This is where things get a little tricky here. Is it empowering? Do you actually feel empowered outside of what you posted? When you go to sleep, right? When you're meditating, when you're talking to God, does it still feel empowering? All right. Or is there a slight bit of unfulfillment in your actions, appearance, and your expression? Because you ain't really walking in your authenticity. You're somewhat getting projected on to feel like you need to appear a certain way. Okay? My ex-girlfriend is from Egypt, and we was having a conversation a minute ago. And, in those areas where, Islam is practiced heavy and whatnot, how the women are covered up and everything. From an American point of view, we look at that as like, wow, they really restrain the women there. They really restrict them. You can't even see them. She's telling me, like, it's crazy how Americans look at it like that. They look at child that way. They look at child like, wow, to be an American woman, like, it's so crazy how you're forced to be like, to show this and show that. Like, you're forced to do it. Like, that would be so uncomfortable. So you see the difference in mentalities. All right. So I just need my ladies. Once again, I love seeing a sexy woman on my timeline. Of course, I'm a whole grown man with a lot of testosterone. All right. I'll never run out of that. But y'all understand what I'm trying to say from an enlightening, empowering, from a real spiritually empowering space. I just want to make sure that y'all are able to have a great self-check, spiritual self-check system to make sure you're walking in your individuality and you're not doing things to align with how other people are, promoting things in their music videos. The same lame ass hits we're hearing nowadays. What y'all just seen in my Explore page, mind you, You got niggas that can't stay out of these comments. You got niggas that can't stay out of these comments, can't stay out of women's DMs. Their life is going through every girl they follow, trying to see who's going to reply, liking every girl's comments, being in every girl's, like, there's some niggas that it be like, nah, my nigga, damn, you liking every time a chick pop up on my shit, you in there. Damn. So you gotta understand, there's niggas that live that this is where their frequency vibration is at. I don't even be on that type time, and it's still on my explore. This is why I like the YouTube algorithms. All right, this is why I love YouTube algorithms, because I can manipulate my algorithm. I know when I open up my YouTube homepage, it's gonna be astrology, spirituality, and a bunch of the other interesting wildlife safari shit. I mean, it's all watching all different type of Uranus, Neptune shit. All right, but I don't have to feel like I gotta filter this, that, and the third. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I've even seen transition of women that I know personally evolve over the time, and I'm like, wow, the subconscious programming is real, you know. So I see it happen in the men, I see it happen in the women, and I'll be damned if the spiritual community go out bad like that. Like, come on, y'all. Because they trying to get us. But they can't, though. They can't control this, though. That's the whole thing. They can't control this. So whatever they throw at us, we got to make sure we stand strong in that shit. Whatever they throw at us, we got to make sure we stand in our spiritual authenticity. But it starts with y'all making sure y'all do this in y'all personal lives, though, family. That's the thing. Let alone how you say something on the camera in your stories. This has to be manifested in your personal life. You really have to walk it how you talk it. Like, I'm in New York right now visiting my mother and everything. I'm going to go back home in a couple of days. The reason why the reason why I don't live here, or I'll say the way I moved out, my mom found my spiritual altar and she said, I'm giving you 24 hours. You're going to take that altar out of this crib or get out my house. I don't live here. I don't live here. All right. I could have been moved out. But, you know, I try to do the smart thing. Like, all right, I'm going to just build. I'm going to just stack my bread and I'm going to move out gracefully in my type time. I ain't going to rush to get out the crib. Like, for what? I don't give a fuck about nothing superficial. I'm not like dating to the point like I feel a way about bringing a girl to my mom's house. Like, I'm finna utilize my resources. I got Taurus in the 4th house. I'm finna utilize my stability and security in the home as much as possible until I get to where I want to get in life. And that's where that, and me and my mom still have this relationship to this day. She know I ain't changing shit up with my belief system. I know she's one of Jesus' frontline soldiers. But is that stopping how I love my mom unconditionally? No. We just have disagreements about things that are our belief system, but it's not in a space that I'm finna be hiding anything with. I'm not gonna be taking my altar down every time I do something, this, that, and the third. And I respect it. At the end of the day, I kind of respect it. Like, it is what it is. My mom has been in a position where she's been able to do a lot for her, you know, her family. She's feeding a lot of mouths in Africa. I'm helping her feed other mouths in Africa with, like, so I can't tell her what the fuck anything about her beliefs when she believes Jesus and Christianity help her to do a lot of the great things she's able to do. So this really takes spiritual maturity here to look at things from this perspective. And I used to be in 6th, 7th grade, arguing with my mom like, Jesus ain't real. So this is, I started early. Y'all. But this is spiritual maturity, being able to understand how to relate to people with the differences of your beliefs, but not allowing it to get projected on what you believe to the point that you're dumbing down your spiritual authenticity. All right? You can't dumb that down. How is God and the universe and your guides and your ancestors supposed to walk with you in true alignment and you playing them? It's almost like me dating a chick and I'm pillow talking with her. I'm telling her I love her on the phone and everything. But then when I'm caught seeing with her, I act like I don't know her. The homies be like, who that? Like, oh, this is my friend. Like, that's what you doing to your guys. That's how you playing with your guys and your ancestors. It ain't no difference. It ain't no difference if you're moving like that. And that's why the spiritual ones, the spiritually enlightened ones, that's why you manifest situations where sometimes You have to be in an extreme power and controlling system, and your guys want to be like, go ahead, take the risk. You don't need that form of stability. We got you. We actually moving you into more of a situation, a career, this, that, and the third, that's really in alignment with you. But it comes off as a spiritual challenge to see if you're willing, if you're willing to not compromise, not be compromised because of the matrix. This life is way more easier to live ignorantly. It's ignorant is bliss like a mug. All right. So you could take the blue pill. And disregard things about spirituality and the matrix, and you could go on and try to have a cool, calm, collective life. You're still gonna get bullied by the matrix either way, but you're still gonna get bullied by the matrix. But in some type of shape or form, life will be a bit easier in that way. Because what is there to challenge? What is there to challenge for real? You're being moved around like a pawn anyways. Your guys probably don't want to fuck around with you anymore. They on to different. They trying to help other spiritual family members at that point. Like, this nigga's a lost cause. We wait till he transition and we talk to him when he come back into the astral realm. Because it's hard trying to connect with that good brother, good sister in the physical realm. Now, when you believe in spiritual empowerment, all right, like everybody in the chat, everybody a part of the church. When you believe in spiritual empowerment, when you're allowing yourself to see what your beliefs that you're in tune with, how it can manipulate your reality, right? Because you honor the relationship, with all your ancestors. You honor the relationship with the universe and the powers that be, and God in motherfucking general. You just got your faith in God, period. Like, that's it. When you walk in that type energy, you will start looking down on things in the physical realm. You start looking down on your challenges. Start looking down in your challenges. You know how many times I got on live enthusiastic about shit in the past couple of years, but I was really fucked up behind the scenes? Came on this bitch with a smile and optimism. Ain't about to project on the church, all right? Because it's all about manipulation. It's all about energy manipulation. If I get on here with y'all with positive energy, y'all get a positive spark. We create that vibration. Now we could get off this live and we could carry that out into our lives. You might have had the worst fucking week or day in your life, but we get up here, we cultivate this energy. Now we got something to leave with. It ain't a material thing. It's energy. We could leave with that and we could multiply that. We could create a new cycle with that. How many times you've had a bad day in some type of shape or form? This all spiritual hacks. These are all spiritual hacks. How much times you had a really bad day, but you just know, like, you calling one of your best friends or something, and like you going crazy, they not picking up, because you just know when they pick up and you talk to them, your frequency vibration gonna be different. Why is your spirit dying for that connection? Because after that talk, you could leave with something to help spark that new cycle, spark that new mood towards something. All right, so our energies, moods, and thoughts is everything when it comes into our current circumstances right now, family. Whether you're getting money, your pocket's a little funny. Whether you love how you look in the mirror or you don't. Whether you love how things is flowing with your relationship life or you don't. We are all here because of our current circumstances. We're all in our current circumstances because our thought forms, the moods that we choose to sustain. And it starts there, because action comes third. Action, our action and expression is just based off of our subconscious. All right, and that's what's being heavily programmed. Is 1111, family. All right, that's what's being heavily programmed around this time. Once again, Uranus has a lot to do. Look at the house Uranus is home in. Uranus is home in the 11th house. The 11th house is dealing with the unknown, abstract thought, extraterrestrials, UFO, why you think we call Aquarius aliens and whatnot. The actual substance in like 11th house space makes a lot of Aquarius kind of look alienish, and we don't really know what aliens really look like, because if you really look at the definition of an extraterrestrial, is a motherfucker that's not from here, and there's all different type of beings that look different ways. So is the concept of how we think an alien look, but just seeing that structure of how Aquariuses look, they look like the alien that we portray here. All right, but with that being said, like that 11th house energy dealing with the unknown, that's where Uranus is home at. So this is why Uranus already has a huge influence on things dealing with technology. technology, channeling messages. A lot of y'all, once again, that have huge Uranus influences in the chart, especially if you got Uranus hovering around the 10th, 11th, or the 12th house. Your ability to bring influence into the collective is crazy. Now, once again, guys, I will always, at times, I'll name an alignment that I'll be like, if you got this alignment, you got that alignment, you got the power to do this, that, and the third. Yo, family, we all got the power to do every single thing. We all got the power to do everything anybody else can do. But based off your spiritual travels, you just may have certain things that's in your favor that it's easier access to you. That's all. I can have a bro that rap really good, and I can have a dying interest to become a good songwriter just like him. He may have manifested certain influences in his past life travels, dealing with lyricism, dealing with literature, dealing with communication messages in some type of shape or form, dealing with, linguistics, dealing with that energy so much to the point that it's so easy for him to make a good song. That don't mean I can't become as good as a songwriter as him, but I'd have to tap into certain energies that are in favor for me to help me cultivate that a little bit more. Like, okay, what's going on with my Mercury? Oh, damn, I got squares with my Mercury to stand in third, so that's a blockage. I can't even write good songs because I got Mercury square Saturn. So shit, even when I'm writing something and it's good, I restrict it. I feel like, nah, this ain't good, this stand in third. I be restricting my own thought forms. Like, so it's just, we all have different things that maybe direct access that's naturally in our favor, opportunities and portals we can always walk into, okay? And then some of us just we can manifest the same thing. It's just gonna come with a little bit more resistance. It's gonna come with a little bit more friction. That's all, for real. All right, family. So I'll just be having to say that because when I say, like, if you have Uranus in the 10th and 11th house, you have the power to do this. Book a reading, tap it with me, watch my previous live streams. I've been talking about the 10th and 11th house and career and all these different type of alignments to manifest things within career. There's a million ways in the natal chart to manifest career. You could show me 10 celebrities right now, and I could show you all the different ways they manifested where they're at right now. It wasn't all just, oh yeah, all of them, their 10th house lord, all of them 11th house lord. I could look at their chart and be like, okay, they had a lot of activity here. Or I could see they really had to learn here. And when they was trying to learn here, opened up opportunity for this, that, and the third. So yeah, they may be a celebrity and they're talent for this, that, and the third, but it's still vulnerable for them because they're still learning. So this is your artist. You may have an artist that walks into fame, but these niggas hate doing interviews. They barely post. You wish they put more music out. So yeah, they walking in their gift in some type of shape form, but you don't know how much of a vulnerability it is for them because they may be still learning something. They may still spiritually getting used to, this might be a lifetime, they're real talented artists, but they got the North Node in Leo, in the 8th house. So in some type of shape or form, them dealing with creative influences with things that is close to the subconscious, that's mad vulnerable, no matter how good you rap or sing. All right, that's just to put in perspective on how we even portray other people's success. Success is such a complex word. Success is is such a complex word. All right, you really got to come up with your own definition of what the fuck success means to you. Okay, so that's really the main things I wanted to talk about. Making sure everybody walks in their authenticity, in their personal lives. That's where it starts. You start working out somewhere new, and then a couple of weeks in, somebody on the job space gets your Instagram and they see that you reposting tarot and spirituality, and they make a joke about it at work. You be like, "What's so funny? The fuck is so funny?" Like, oh damn, you serious about this shit? You serious about this shit? Yeah, motherfucker. All right, shit. If you was into some religion or something, would I play with your God, this, that, and the third? If I seen you praying at lunch break, would I make a joke about that? Yeah, don't play with my shit then. Make motherfuckers put some respect on your shit, family, because your ancestors and guys really be sitting there like, yo, this nigga really be letting niggas play us. Don't ask me for shit these next. Don't ask me for shit during eclipse season. I don't want to hear your intentions. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing. You ain't say nothing to them niggas at work when you was I just bought a new car. A few ago, y'all. before I pull that bitch off the lot, I motherfucking got some Palo Santo in that bitch. I think I give a this shit steaming like a motherfucker. Somebody thought it was smoke. I like no, this ain't weed. I ain't gonna violate y'all shit like that. This gotta get some spirits out up in this mug. Just gotta get cleansed. I don't give a fuck how that look to you. And I paid for this shit, bitch. The fuck? All right. So this has been a little bit easier for me. This is why I could get on the camera and just say whatever the fuck I want about spirituality, because I've been this little rebel ass spiritual nigga since a young age. I did it with my mom. Well, you think I'm not about to do it in front of the world? All right. Yeah, okay. And she respect my shit. So shit. Y'all got to make sure people go respect y'all shit. Trust me. There's a lot of situations. That's what I'm talking about, sister. Get that Florida water up in that mug. Leave some crystals up in that mug. I could be doing 120 right now on the New York highway. I bet you I won't get pulled over. I could be driving. I could be high, smoking, drinking, playing trap music loud as hell, swerving lanes. I cleanse this bitch. There's Florida water right there. I got some protection crystals right there. Niggas ain't gonna see me. I promise you. I ain't get pulled over in ages. I'm dead. This real nigga shit though. I don't encourage y'all to drive recklessly now. But this real nigga shit right here. Alright? So make sure y'all utilize everything y'all know about y'all spirituality to help y'all continue to manipulate this physical realm and stay spiritually protected in this bitch. Be careful with the headlines. Continue to filter your shit. Filter your timelines. All right, ladies, do detach as much as possible so you could get. You guys have to understand your power as being a woman in this realm. Why I think the spiritual community, astrology community is dominated by women? Because y'all are more spiritual than us. Understand that by default. Y'all are more spiritual than us. Alright? So y'all ability to receive, guys, y'all don't be fucking with no niggas that can't match the type of real frequency vibration you trying to receive. Period. You discipline that, ladies. You discipline that. Because y'all receivers, y'all can allow y'all frequency vibration to be shifted by, what you allow to come into your space in general. And the more conscious you are about what type of force fields you have, some niggas would be too intimidated to even try to walk up on you. Like, yo, baby, what's up? What's your number? They gonna feel that frequency vibration. They gonna know, like, oh yeah, she ain't gonna give me no time of day. I'm not even gonna bother her. And it ain't about your resting bitch face. It's about your frequency vibration. A motherfucker that got the ability to kind of play around and probably charm and disarm you a little bit, play mind games with you, and sometimes they're not even going to be able to connect. They're probably going to be intimidated by your frequency vibration, by your aura. All right? I can speak from personal experience. In general, you can see when somebody is intrigued with you, but they feel a little intimidated because they know, like, my frequency vibration ain't really there. I don't know if I could keep them mentally stimulated enough. I don't know if something about me dealing with this person makes my spirit feel like I'd have to be better. And I don't want to be better right now. I don't want to be better. I want to be in my desires. I just want to fuck and lay up and Netflix and chill and be unproductive and drain each other's energy and frequency vibration, not cheat each other's shit, and most likely gain weight to each other and just create a toxic situation and feel unfulfilled. That's all I really want. You hear me, ladies? You hear that? All the fellas in the building. Self-discipline is everything as a man. All right, guys? I know y'all gonna have y'all slip-ups here and there. Y'all gonna have y'all slip-ups here and there, especially if you look as good as I do. I get it. Sometimes it's just hard to just be 100% off it. I get it. But you got to stay strong, fellas. Masculinity is at the lowest rate it's ever fucking been. Testosterone is the lowest it's ever been on a mass level in civilization. That is fucked up. That is fucked. All right? So it's like the world goes through so much shit. Like everything has its light and dark side in an age where resources are so expansive and accessible, where knowledge is so accessible, spiritual development, so much tools for spiritual development. It's so much, technology is able to advance things. We have so much freedom, be able to do so much things. It's still, you have to still look at how many programs is out there that got us acting out of our motherfucking bodies. All right, acting out of spiritual alignment for whatever reasons, because there's a million programs out there. Okay, and I don't think the programs are stopping anytime soon around this time, especially with the fact Uranus doing all this channeling, all this messaging, all this media propaganda. All right, and this is just the dark side of how Uranus is being used, when it's really positive with this conjunction. But like I said, there's polarity to everything. It's a light and dark side and everything. If y'all going on YouTube, y'all reading a book, this, that, and the third, and they're talking about an alignment, and they're not breaking down the light and dark side to it, to a degree, they kind of undeveloped with their knowledge about what they're talking about. All right. So, y'all got to make sure, once again, Jupiter gets into Gemini. Gemini's another messenger. So Jupiter peaks with Uranus. You got all these new individual belief systems being sparked, and then Jupiter moves into a sign where those new belief systems can be moved around, can be messaged to others, can connect to others. So you have to just be real conscious about, making sure y'all stand in your spiritual authenticity. All right, family. Listen, I love y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. Tap into the website to connect with the Lucky Libra. Tap into the Patreon. I just did that video breaking down influences for the second house. It's second house season, so I'm going to keep on talking about things with career, money, helping to stay in alignment with everything dealing with the second house season, because by the time we get into Taurus season, family, we want to have already birthed certain things. We want to have a good feel for things that we're starting and whatnot, and we want to get more in the motion. One thing I love about Taurus energy, Earth deals with working in general. Period. Earth energy, all the earth signs are dealing with working, building, and structuring something. But the thing about Taurus is ruled by Venus. So in Taurus season, this is where we could start to feel satisfaction. We ain't see no results. We ain't start getting a bunch of clients. We ain't start getting a bunch of followers. We ain't start really making a lot of money from our business. But there's just a sense of satisfaction. Like, damn, I'm actually waking up, working on my business, working on my new brand, working on my new creative endeavor. Implementing these new positive habits in my life. I got this new gym routine. I got this new diet. All right, still got that little bit of that neck fat, but don't worry, we getting somewhere. You still got some of that neck fat on that mug, but that satisfaction in being in a fixated motion with something you're building instruction. Ooh, that's gonna feel fulfilling, guys, and I want y'all to feel that. All right. I'm going to always make sure my church congregation, especially the ladies, y'all move out this mug feeling empowered and knowing y'all power. All right. Can I get an ashe? Can I get a couple of ashes before I get up out this piece? Just to know y'all was in the building for real. Because sometimes motherfuckers be in church, they be falling asleep. It's time for everybody to stand up. Boy, stand up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What time? Is the end? Is the last... okay, yeah. Wade in the water. I'm hungry as hell. You trying to get something? Wade in the water. Niggas be falling asleep like a mug in church. All right, ashe. Oh, man. Flo. I hope you're all well, good sister. I thought about you not too long ago, too, Flo. I'm like, I ain't see Flo on my timeline in a minute. I ain't hear from Flo. I hope all is well with you, sister. All right, ashe. Mars wellness. But teams in the building. Peace be on to y'all. All right. Hope everybody enjoys their Venus day tomorrow. Make sure y'all go tap into Sharice's page. All right, check out that live stream with me, Umi, and Lotus. We dropping a bunch of gems talking about the rest of the influences for the month of April, guys, and all of that good stuff. I love y'all. All right, if y'all ain't know that, I know y'all know it because y'all feel the love coming out this mug. But I love y'all. I just got to let y'all know that. Peace.